Welcome back everybody, Matt the Bat here. Hope you're doing well. So, before we get going today, once again, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Just click the subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment down below, and let's get started. So, new movie, the first movie out of 2023, Megan. Megan is the new Blumhouse horror film about a doll, a little girl who gets a doll, and it's an AI robotic doll, and you know that can't be good. Anything with AI. Nope. 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 I've seen Terminator. I've seen Chucky. Nope. 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 So, I was not at first looking forward to seeing this. I thought, if people know one thing about January, especially the first week of January, that's normally the dumping ground of, let's put something out because we have to. Doesn't matter if it's the worst movie, or doesn't matter if it's going to be the worst movie of the year. We're going to put something out. It's the week after Christmas and New Year's. So, and about 90% of the time, it is a horror film. I don't know, I guess they think, oh, people just got done with Christmas. They're all happy and cheery and let's all be the Grinch and give them horror movie to watch. But then there are times where a movie does come out in January. Very, 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 very rare. And it's actually an awesome movie. 2012 we had The Grey with Liam Neeson. I thought that was a great movie. One of the best movies that year, actually. And 2017 we had Split, the M. Night Shyamalan film that ended up being a sequel to Unbreakable that no one knew about until the very end. That was very good. And even last year, even though I wasn't a huge fan of Scream 5, that was still a pretty good horror movie for January. And I know a lot of people like that film. So going into Megan, I was like, well, this can go either one or two ways. This could either be really bad or really good. And I have to say it's on the good side. Good. Not bad. Good. But let's get into it. Positives. Allison Williams plays the aunt of this little girl. Her name is, Allison Williams' character is Gemma. She takes in her niece because her niece's parents died in a car accident. So she takes her in as her new, parental figure. Allison Williams does a great job here. She plays a lot of great range in the film, from funny to sad to heartwarming to caring to terrified. Obviously we know Allison Williams from the movie Get Out, also by Blumhouse back in 2017. So she does have a good string of horror movies, and she does a great job here. Also, we got the little girl in the movie, Victoria McGraw. She plays a young girl whose parents die, and her aunt takes her in and gives her the Megan doll for, as a friend and support. So she's not alone and crying and sad because her parents died. Victoria McGraw did a great job for a young child actress. I don't know if you ever watched the show The Haunting of Hill House that came out in 2018. She played one of the siblings, one of the younger siblings in the flashback scenes. So it's nice to see her come back into another horror film. She does a great job for a young girl. She has to play the sad, emotional girl. She has to play the heartwarming, charming, funny girl with the doll. Then she also has some really scary moments, whoa, you just went from happy little girl to little demon child. And she really plays that off really well, I thought, throughout the movie. Her chemistry with Allison Williams is great. How she deals with this robotic doll is believable, and you really buy into it, which would be hard for a young child actor to do, but she sells it. The movie has a lot of humor. That's one thing you might not expect from this movie. But there's actually a lot of humor throughout the movie. I would say this is more like a horror. This is not necessarily a horror movie. I would say a sci-fi thriller comedy. I mean, there are horror elements, of course. I mean, you have an AI doll killing people. But I'm going to get into why that's that's a negative in this movie later on. So I thought that was great. Oh yeah, the themes of this movie have some great themes of the AI and the artificial intelligence coming to life. Has been a theme all the way back to Terminator. Robots taking over the world. That's prevalent here, of course. What I really enjoyed is this whole theme of parents are trying to find a way of, helping their kid but not helping their kid at the same time. Like, here, we're going to give you this doll and you're going to be dependent on it, but you're going to miss out on all the human connection. We live in a world now where we're so reliant on technology that I was one of those kids. I don't want to sound old. Back in my day, we had to walk 2 miles from home to school, in the snow, in the rain, in the tornado. I'm not one of those kids. But I'm one of those kids that when I was younger, when we came home from school and we had our homework done, we would go out and play in the yard. Or we would go play basketball in the neighborhood somewhere. Or we would play hockey in the cul-de-sac. Or baseball. Or go to someone's house and play football in their front yard. Or ride our bike around the neighborhood. Back in my day, that's what we did when we came home from school or on the weekends. Yeah, we still sat down and maybe we put on a movie. If it's a rainy day or it's a Sunday and we're just hanging out, not doing anything, catching up on homework. Yeah, we might sit and watch TV. But people, back in my day, I didn't really get on a computer, truly get on a computer until, my senior year of high school. And that's when I was editing videos, highlight films, and doing school projects where I had to do research. But back in my day, we actually went to the library and opened up a book and did research for school. But now I see kids who are 3 years old, 2 years old, having an iPad in front of them, or a cell phone. I'm like, what the fuck is a 2-year-old doing with a cell phone? I didn't get my first cell phone till my senior year of high school, or junior year, when I started driving, okay? Why is a 3-year-old having a cell phone? Or a tablet? And then they're in a restaurant and they're on their tablet. I'm like, what world are we living in now? No, or you see, or you know those people, you go to a restaurant and they're all at a table, they're all on their cell phones, and none of them are having a conversation with one another. That's the world we live in. So I like how this movie dealt with that. We have become so reliant on technology that it really affects our human connection in the world. And then, like I said, it deals with other things like, how to be a parent. What is the right way? What is the wrong way to be a parent? I thought that was really good. So I thought this movie had a lot of interesting themes for a movie just about a killer doll. Who knew? I liked the pacing. This movie was only an hour and 40 minutes. Probably a little bit under that before credits. It worked. It was a nice running pace. I never felt bored or felt like, oh, this movie needs to end. Now. And I like that. I thought it had some touching moments at times. There's a whole scene where they're trying to present this doll to the company and the potential buyers to manufacture the doll. And this moment really becomes like a really touching, sad moment in the movie. And I'm like, you see all the people in the company people crying. And even like in the audience, I'm like, man, that's whoa. That's really touching. Didn't expect that. And those are my positives. Negatives. Apparently this movie was supposed to be rated R. It was rated R. They had a rated R cut. And then they cut it down to PG-13. Which means when you watch this movie, there's almost no blood. When you watch this movie, there's like no blood. And they cut away, like right when something's about to like, really show something. Like the Megan shoots like a staple gun. They don't show the staple going into the person. They cut to the next scene. Like right when she pulls it up and it starts to... And it's like, so you obviously shot this stuff. And you cut it out. I think this movie would have been better. I'm not saying the movie would have been a better film. I just think for a horror film, it would have been, as a horror film, it would have been better. I think it wouldn't have made the movie any better or worse. But when you can clearly notice that they're cutting away from actually showing the gruesome scenes, and you see that every single kill, it kind of gets a little bit like, come on, this is Blumhouse. They just did the Halloween movies, or the Insidious movies, or the Purge movies. They're used to showing blood and all that. I didn't mind it at first, but then when I started really noticing it with every kill, I was like, come on. And some of the acting was off in this movie. Like, I think a lot of, like, the company people, like the main boss that Allison Williams reports to, I don't know if it was his dialogue or his just acting, but there were times I thought it was a little bit over the top, and a little bit like, are you in the same movie? I know there's a lot of comedy in this movie, but I'm like, are you in the same movie? So I thought some of the acting wasn't on par with like Allison Williams and Violet McGraw. Overall though, I think this is more of a sci-fi thriller comedy than horror. If I had to really connect this to another Blumhouse movie, I would say Happy Death Day, which is like the horror comedy angle, or Freaky, the one with Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton. I would give this a 4 out of 5. I still thought it was an enjoyable movie. I'd be curious if they release an unrated cut with all the R-rated material when it comes out on like video or Blu-ray. I probably will. I'll probably check it out then and see if it's better or worse. But I would give this movie a 4 out of 5 overall. Not a bad little horror movie to start the year. Especially a movie coming out in January. So I would recommend Megan. But I would not recommend you name your daughter Megan anytime soon. Just a heads up. You might get some people going, what? You name your daughter Megan? That can't be good.